Hi, I'm Neil Hunt, I'm the Digital Lead for Broadband World Forum, and I'm with Antonio Elizondo from Telefonica. Thank you very much for joining us, Antonio. Now, we've just heard you talk about the business case for network virtualization. Can you give me a kind of high-level overview of what that means and what the business rationale is?
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Well, let's say the main rationale is survival, is to keep alive. Okay, so it's true that we are living in a very digitalized world where we have a lot of competitors creating a lot of value on top of the infrastructure that service providers are naturally deploying, creating and operating. Okay, and what we need to realize is that the way we have to build services on top of that is old-fashioned. We need to adopt new strategies, new best practices, very focused on the way that modern software is built, and basically there is a huge opportunity on relying all the network functionality on top of let's say what is called typically as common servers. Okay, building our networks in a more homogeneous way. So this will provide us a lot of efficiencies in terms of cost of implementing those networks. Okay, but probably the highest benefit that we will have is the possibility to automate a lot of things. You need to take into account that the way we have built our networks, the way we have organized us internally, the way we deliver different services is in, let's say, in a very siloed way. Okay, so we have the opportunity, thanks to this more homogeneous and versatile infrastructure, to build, and thanks to the use of a smart usage of software, to automatize a lot of processes. This will give us a lot of cost benefits. Okay, we will release a lot of resources that we will be able to reinvest in, let's say, innovating more agilely, in identifying new business cases. So there is not a concrete business case that is starting, let's say, virtualizing the core of our mobile networks. Of course, we are studying how to do that. We are doing that. We are deploying, and there is value on doing that. But let's say that the prime benefit of all of this is about survival, about building our factory in a very different way.
So, thinking about Telefonica specifically, you know, you've got a history of kind of more than 90 years as a telecoms provider. How do you change a company with that kind of legacy into an agile, software-defined modern company?
Very good question. It's not easy to answer that. Okay, this is not a transformation that is based only on the adoption of new technologies. Okay, so the reality is that we have, as the Telefonica Group has grown in a very inorganic way, and as a result of that, we have different networks in production with different systems. Okay, and well, that's a challenge. So, what is the way to transform ourselves? First of all, is having a, let's say, a goal architecture, a goal bold vision, where to go. Okay, and later on, what we are doing is trying to be pragmatic and focus on concrete use cases. We do have an internal program that is called Única. It's, let's say, the Telefonica flagship project for network virtualization. With that program, we are deploying, let's say, the same architectures, the same deployments in the different countries, year by year. Okay, we're starting with a few countries this year. We will add more later on, and later on, what we are doing is focusing on concrete use cases. For instance, we have a unit that is called Telefonica Business Solutions, where the customers are more enterprise ones. Okay. It's our own enterprise customers what are demanding us new SDN1 services, new technologies. Okay, so as a result of that, we are having the pressure of changing more agilely. The way is precisely that. keeping a bold vision and focusing on concrete use cases.
So obviously innovation must be lie at the heart of that. Can you describe how innovation works for Telefonica?
Well, innovation in the past was identified by, let's say, having big R&D departments working on many different areas, some of them on the network, others on the services. From, let's say, almost 1 decade, we have adopted the open innovation model where we are used to work with most of the industry, not only industry, also with academia, with universities, with institutes, with whatever, okay? And, well, the fact, you need to realize that if you want to transform radically the technology, the way you operate it, you need to be able to think on ecosystems, okay? So, one of the new things that we are trying to do is creating and managing ecosystems, okay, around, in this case, network virtualization. So this is the case, for instance, of OSM, Open Source Mano. This is a project that is being led by Telefonica, but where there are other 8 service providers, and in total we are 82 different companies up to date. Okay, probably tomorrow we will be 83 or 84. Okay, and as a result of that, what we are seeing is that in a very open way, the different companies are providing value. Some of us, some of the companies are just providing requirements, others are developing code, others are testing the result of all of that, and this helps us, let's say, transforming the typical selection of products that we are used to do in our industry, with issuing a tender, selecting and negotiating a company, that in many occasions at the end there are a lot of overpromising, and let's say we are under service, we are under delivery. Well, with this new way of working, we have the opportunity to measure the value of the companies that are working with us, to creating trusted relations. Okay, so this is something that we are convinced that is going to change the way we do business, with all the companies.
Brilliant. It sounds like a bold vision. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.